right, hello everyone, and welcome to Bob Plays Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts on Legendary Difficulty. I'm Bobtheorc, and this is episode 68, A War on Two Fronts. We're playing the Austro-Hungarian Empire on Legendary Difficulty, and things are going pretty well. We got a little bit of administrative hang-up, all these ships to manage. We got like 1,000 ships we got to keep track of. And it doesn't help that the U.S. declared war on us before we were ready to fight them, but we knew it was kind of inevitable, so we were getting prepared. So I am mostly getting my ships organized. So here's what we are doing. We're starting off with, I guess, a fight here. Some of our cruisers are going to go beat up on this destroyer here. Also, I'm in Discord if anybody wants to come hang out. So we're going to go beat these guys up. And we also have started, hopefully, an invasion of Hawaii. So we have a Pacific base. We'll go take that from the Japanese, who currently own it. And we have, before the stream, I spent about an hour finding all of my Minesweeper and blockade destroyers and sending them towards the east and west coast of the U.S. so I can mount an effective blockade of their ports. Because this is going to be an economic war where we're going to try and just wreck their transports. I didn't stream it because, honestly, it's just really tedious and boring. And I didn't enjoy it, so I figured you probably wouldn't enjoy it either. So, there we are. So let's go get into a tight formation. And I want to sink that destroyer first. And these transports are relatively unarmed, so we're going to speed up time, and let's go get them. Now, one good hit on that destroyer will take him out. Let's see if I can make sure that these guys know to shoot the damn destroyer. Getting the targeting to work is really sensitive. There we go. Now, unfortunately, we don't have great chances to hit. And he only has a 7.5 kilometer range, which isn't awful. But, oh, there we go. That was a nice hit. So he's out of one of his torpedo launchers, which is really good. So we'll start moving in a little bit. So hopefully we can get like a penetrating hit on him. I would like to get some sort of a flood or something, or we'll just blast him to pieces and say la vie. Like we just, there we go, there's some flooding, and we destroyed another torpedo. So now he is screwed. Alright. So let's get the transports, and we will wrap this baby up. Not a bad start. Hey, Slav. How's your day going? Alrighty, so here we are. A nice opening battle, kind of a warm-up for the stream. Nothing too difficult, but that's okay. Got my mostly fresh cup of tea. Actually made the tea like 3 hours ago, and then I got called away to my office in the middle of the night, which kind of sucked, but it is not that unusual. So now we're finally done. We're going to go play some Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts. And here we are. So, the real challenge we're going to have, we need to wage an economic war with the U.S. We need to maul his transports. and wreck his economy, which is going to be hard because the U.S. is gigantic. And realistically, when I play the Spanish campaign, I probably have to take out the U.S. quicker than that. I don't want to deal with this. I'm trying to get these blockade ships to port, and we don't want to fight their battle fleet. So that what we're going to do with the blockade ships is we are going to waste their time. We will put them outside their ports on invasion. We're going to sink transports, and we're going to be a general nuisance. Now the problem is that we are losing 5, 9, 12, 15 transports, and we got 15 of theirs, but I can't really trade transports with them because I have to assume that they're able to sink transports faster than I can build them. And realistically, because it's legendary difficulty, we have to assume that they can build transports about as fast as I can sink them. Yeah, we're down to 149. We've got a lot of tonnage being used up, probably because we're repairing a bunch of stuff. I think we have a lot of ships under repair. Let's go check out our fleet and see what's going on. We got Slav hanging out in chat, building Lego mechs, which is pretty awesome. I think every kid should be building Lego mechs. Alright, so we're going to check status. And we've got a lot of people just repairing for a few months. And I don't know how many tons that's going to be. And then we got the guys who are getting built down here. So I think we're just going to leave it. We're just going to leave it be. I can mothball it a bit, but I think I'm just going to leave it be. We're just going to just bust through it. Well, I should probably stall some of these guys and get some of these people finished as fast as possible now that I think about it. Of course, I do that right after I already clicked off the fleet list because I'm kind of dumb. But yeah, well, how many tons do I have to... Jesus. 200,000 tons is basically what I have to pause. That's going to be like 5 of them. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to pause the furthest out ones just to get some of these ships built as quick as possible. I think that's probably my best bet. And because once I get these ships built, I can use them as raiders. Originally, I was going to put these as a command ship for each of my cruiser fleets. And I think that instead I will make a battle line out of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're just going to do these. And I'm just going to do what damage I can do. There we go. We'll suspend that. I wonder if this also speeds up my repairs. Repairs seem to be still just as fast as before. Alright. That's what it is. So let's go check and see what we've got for our invasions. We'll launch some more invasions because we can... The nice thing about fighting both the US and Japan at the same time is I can invade one or the other on alternating turns. So I've always got some invasioning to do. So that's a convenient thing. So let's check some of this out. We got Hawaii, which is 100% chance. That's good. I've got these big old fleets up here, and they are just going to be hunky-dory. Got Panama, which... Is that not an invasion? There we go. That's 100%. And I could do the Galapagos. I don't know if that benefits me any. These guys are 100,000 tons. So I could do the Galapagos, or I can start maybe grabbing like southern Cambodia, Peru. I don't think these are going to advance anywhere. So let's see what we can get with you. So Peru is 8,000 tons. Galapagos is 2,000 tons. Southern Colombia, no. Let's go check the map again. So Peru would be useful. These Galapagos, how much are they worth? They're worth chump change. Realistically, until I break their that's up to the billion, we can do that. Until I break their army logistics, I'm going to have a hard time land invading anything. So this is obviously the most important. We do Guatemala, which, frankly, that might not be a bad idea, because I could probably invade Guatemala and El Salvador at the same time. Let's see what Guatemala would take. We got Guatemala, 17,000 tons. I might be able to do that. Let's do this. And then, while we're doing Guatemala, I can take you, and you guys can go hang out right here. Alright. That's not bad. Let's go check out some of these convoys. We got a light cruiser and some destroyers here. I don't know how we ran into those, but let's give it a try. I think I can outgun these guys, so my light cruiser, those fly swatters are pretty badass. So let's try it out. I'll probably focus my invasion on... I'd like to grab... I'll probably grab Alaska first, or it'll be one of the first things I grab. And I don't know. Getting California's gonna be hard. You know, the West Coast will be difficult. I'll probably need massive fleets for that. Oh, I see the Mystery Girl has shown up. Hello, Mystery Girl. So, let's see how this works out. Alright, so as far as these guys go, let's group you guys up and make it tight. And let's turn off the torpedoes for now. And these are the rebuilt fly swatters with more DACA. Look at that. They got the triple guns, and they've got the quad, little quad short range turrets. The back ones I had to go with like triples just because they were, well, that's what I had. Alright, let's go get these destroyers. I may need to go faster because their destroyers, I think their destroyers only go 32. I don't quite remember. I may need to get my guys in. What's the top speed? These guys go 36. Oh, 34. There we go. Alright, and so even though it's a fresh restart of the computer and a fresh game install, it's still being a little bit laggy. It had to be that most recent that most recent patch. And I think that you guys, one of you just fired off a torpedo at me. I think you did. So we're going to radically change direction, like very hard. And I think we're going to play kind of a cat and mouse game until we run them out of torpedoes, because it's going to be difficult to make all this happen beforehand. Because these guys just have so many torpedoes. Alright, let's go pause this and try and expand. Never mind, I guess they're hiding in smoke. Alright, so we're just going to kind of chill out for a bit. Hey guys. And if you guys want to hang with me on Discord, just send me your, post your Discord name. I will friend you and you come hang out. Because this could be kind of a chill evening. Meanwhile, I'm just going to kind of play it cool and wait for the smoke to clear. So I really don't want to get too close. I want as much reaction time as possible for these destroyers, even though, I mean, they could be firing on me at any time. I'm just going to have to run them out of... I'm going to have to run them out of torpedoes before I can really close in. It's really annoying. It's the same reason I hated fighting the French. Oh, there's a transport. I guess we'll go and... I really don't want to kill the transport yet. What kind of... Do you have guns? Yeah, the transport has guns. Alright, so there we go. So we've got these guys. If you'll expand. Let's double check their torpedo status. I don't know really how you would, from a ship, see if they fired the torpedo or not. But I guess that's a thing. And he shot at me. Alright, we're going to tell you guys to evade, and... This is going to be... Shit, can I kick my boat around in time? No. Oh, I did. I dodged it, son of a bitch. Alright, I guess they're all in the clear too, so... Tell you to undodge and get back in line. Yeah, let's just have everybody fire on... Oh, you're almost out. Well, that's okay, just fire on you anyway. I'm sure there's going to be more torpedoes in a minute. I'm guessing he fired again. Let's go see. Yep. No, he didn't. He's still just out of torpedoes from before. There we go. And now they fired. So, I'm going to tell you guys to dodge. And let's just run away from the torpedoes. And hopefully they won't do anything too insanely stupid. Sometimes these guys like to dodge by turning into the torpedo and getting hit. And that's really annoying. Alright, let's go get you guys to form back up again. So this is just going to be a slow, tedious, annoying process of sinking these damn ships. Oh well, what can you do? So... But you gotta kill them. I mean, we got 400 ships to kill. Maybe I should have called this episode, How Do You Kill 400 Ships? And you just do it one ship at a time. And unfortunately, these might be very tedious streams. I don't know if he's fired or not. You know what we're going to do? We're going to... Alright. Let's go check out your buddy. Did he fire? Nope, not yet. And he fired. But we're not sure when he fired. Alright, so tell you to dodge again. And hopefully you guys... Alright, good job. You guys weren't diversity hires, it looks like. That's good. Let's tell you to undodge and get back in line. That one might be a little bit tricky. There we go. Alright, we're good. Really don't want to sink the transport yet, because then these destroyers may run away. Alright, so check torpedo status. He's almost out. And he still has plenty, and he still has plenty, so we're gonna go in this way, and we're gonna wait for him to fire on me. If I can pause the game long enough while he's visible. Ouch. There we go. So have you fired yet? I think he probably has. So we're going to go and turn sharply. There we go. How are you doing? Then let's go turn back sharply again, because obvious torpedoes are obvious. Look at the obvious torpedoes. There we go. Just make a series of hit and run attacks, and hopefully I can sink one of these guys. But in time they're just going to run out of torpedoes, and then we'll jump in. So the reason I turn off the torpedo dodge is because a lot of times these ships are retards, and if I think I can dodge without it, like when I'm zigzagging and stuff, I'd rather them just zigzag with me, because like these guys' torpedoes would be firing over there now, and I can outturn them, and so I'd rather just follow me in, and then if I have to dodge, I can then dodge last minute. But if I leave the torpedo dodge on all the time, then they have a bad habit of just running all over the place like retards, and then I lose my formation. I have no control over them, and then they end up getting too close to the enemies and getting sunk, or just whatever dumb fuckery they end up getting themselves into. And so what I'd prefer to do is just manually zigzag back and forth and have them follow me. And then about half the time, I don't even have to tell them to dodge. And this way it keeps them in kind of a nice tight line to hopefully light these guys up. So right now, if he fires on me, he's going to be firing off like this direction. And we're going to go kick around now. And so this'll, by manually doing it, it makes it a little harder for them to target me. Alright, so how are you guys doing? So you have one left, probably because I've hit you. And you're almost out, except for these side torpedoes, which I think they have bad firing arcs. Yeah, I don't think these guys have very good firing arcs, so they're very seldom actually firing these torpedoes. I don't know what the firing arc is exactly, but I assume they're bad. Alright, so And so he's down to 0 torpedoes, so I either blew it up or he fired, so I'm just going to turn again. And so with a small fleet, yep, see, there goes the torpedo just like I predicted. So with a small fleet, it's easier for me just to manually dodge and zigzag. Now if I had like 20, 30 ships, then I have to rely on the captains not being individual retards because there's too many ships for me to turn fast enough. Alright, let's see, did he fire yet? So he is out. And this guy only has those once. So yeah, so we're going to go ahead and turn sharply, because the torpedoes would be going off to the left most likely if they fired already. And then we're going to go ahead and turn around, just in case. Yep, there goes the torpedo. So, like I said, obvious torpedoes are obvious. Yeah, Slav, we're still in the repairing my busted ships from previous fights stage. So it's gonna be a little. Yeah, when there's a big fleet, you just have to rely on the automatic torpedo dodge, hope your captains aren't diversity hires, and then just go for sheer volume of fire and just brawl them down. But in these small raiding fleets, where my goal is just to slowly pick off their destroyers, I need to get in a little closer. You know, right now we're just trying to whittle down their destroyers one at a time, because I've got to kill 400 ships to get rid of the U.S. fleet, and that's going to be balls. All right, are you out of torpedoes? You are out. So that's good. The other guys are hiding in smoke. So this guy can brawl down with impunity because he can't defend himself anymore. Okay. Let's go deal with that alarm. But these smoke screens are suspicious and I don't trust them. So we're gonna execute a turn anyway, just in case. That's a lot of damage he's taking, which is good. Taking damage is good for you, destroyer. You don't need those structure points. Let's go on in, and don't really want to fight the transport. Transport doesn't have guns. And I really don't want to blow it up because, here, let's just wiggle you a bit. Because if I blow up the transport, then the destroyers will probably run away, and I don't want to chase them. They're already running away more than I'd like them to. And bah humbug. Alright, let's check torpedo status real quick. So, he is out of torpedoes. The Allen is empty. The Benyon still has a full complement of torpedoes. And the Crom Shield has some torpedoes. Or Crown and Shield. Alright. So, what is the range on your torpedoes? You guys are only 12.3 kilometers. So, those are not the super scary ones. They're just the they're the annoying French-ranged torpedoes, not the really, really nasty ones. But yeah, ideally I want to keep my fleet small if I can, so that I can, how fast are you guys going? You're not going that fast. Ideally, I want to keep my fleet small, so I can, let's go execute a turn. so I can kind of do these hit and run attacks. I take less damage this way. What on earth? Oh, I gotta take this call. Give me 1 second. All right, I am sorry about that. I had to take a work call. So, oh, there goes a torpedo. So let's go and make a sharp turn. And then we'll just go this way. By the way, how's the sound for you guys? Is it, I love my boats. I think I build very sexy boats. They are full of DACA. I just need to get better at naming the boats. Because I call this one the Fly Swatter. Well, the original Fly Swatter for some reason kept on ending up 1 ton too heavy, so I made a Fly Swatter 2 that was 1 ton less, so I could actually build it. And this thing's job is to kill destroyers and torpedo boats and those annoying little insect ships that are just irritating me all the time. But I love this. This is what a light cruiser should be. Alright, so here we go in for another attack run. I'm going to go change course. And now the problem is that I am burning through ammunition pretty quick because these guys are hard to hit. How are we doing torpedo-wise? So you're empty still. There's the Benton I meant to click on. No, or Benyon. Alright, so he's the Cronin shield has already fired some off. And let's go execute the turn. Oh, there's the torpedo. Good call me. And then I will have to probably turn again in a minute. So he just fired. Yep, there he is. So we're going to turn again. And there we go. But yeah, by doing it manually with a small fleet, normally I want to have like two to three ships. 4 is okay because you know it's doable. But normally with a small fleet, it's just easier to manually turn. And if it gets really bad, sometimes you have to detach them and turn them on your own. Back in like the original alpha, you didn't have any sort of automatic torpedo dodging. So I just got in the habit of manually dodging torpedoes. And now that they're out of torpedoes, we're going to go in for the kill. Because he is out, and he is out. So now they're going to have a really bad day as we brawl them at close range. And these destroyers are pretty sexy also. Check out this little blockade ship with all the DACA. 7 triple 3.9-inch guns. It's got my obligatory potato torpedo because I'm required to have one. And then this minesweeper ship has 6 because it's cheaper. There we go. Alright, good job, little task force. So we killed 9 ships, 6 of them were warships. So 394 to go. I really like the later games when you can build really pretty ships. The early game ships are just kind of weird, but some of them are cool looking, so I don't know. Give me one moment. I need to check something, and I will be right back. I am back, and I have a Coke now. Alright. So, what game can we all play? Well, MechWarrior Online is free to play and super fun in my opinion, but I'm biased because I've been playing that game since closed beta, so I really like that game. Alright, another convoy. Oh, that is a bunch of their cruisers and a destroyer against a big fleet of my stuff. So, alright, let's see how this goes. We will... yeah, it's on Steam. I'm pretty sure it's on Steam, or you can get it from MWOmercs.com and just download it directly. But I think it might be on Steam too. I just get it from MWOmercs.com. But yeah, if you want to play, you design your own battle mechs. And yeah, check it out and let me know. And usually on weekends we're playing, but um, you know, some of my friends have been particularly busy recently. So plus I want to finish this campaign, so I don't mind. You don't know how to download. Here you are, some like genius 11-year-old kid, and you can't figure out how to download stuff? Alright. Alright, so let's go check out this battle. Let's go tight. Now, part of the problem is I've got all of these trailing destroyers, which I don't know quite what I want to do about them. So what I think I'm going to do is I could have you all go in as one fleet, and then I might break away the destroyers later. I think that's what I'm going to do. Alright, so to start with, we're just going to kind of hang out here. Do these transports have guns? They got a lot of guns. Alright, so we're just going to kind of keep our distance. And these guys have 15 kilometers. Yeah, these are... The American ships have just such crazy long-range torpedoes. But we'll just kind of keep our distance and play it cool. Alright, you take care, Slav. Yeah, now with a fleet this long, I don't know if I can necessarily dodge the way I'd like to. But, let's see. So he is targeting my cruiser. And he just turned, which is suspicious. Nope, he hasn't fired yet. Now we can do a hard turn in case he was trying to do something. Now he's probably fired. No, he hasn't fired yet. Alright, well, that's surprising. Start angling away a little bit. And then these guys, we're going to get ready to pop some smoke. Well, maybe we don't need to yet. Alright, so here's a torpedo out here, so we're going to turn around again. Yeah, fighting people with long-range torpedoes is super annoying. Did I mention how much I hate annoying torpedoes? Yeah, so it looks like I turned... Now, this torpedo here is suspicious. I don't know if it's going to catch my... No, I don't think it's going to catch my fleet in time, so I think we're... Yeah, I think we're good there. Alright, so... Yeah, if you can kind of predict where they're going to be shooting, you can... you don't need to have the torpedo dodge on. You can just kind of maintain a good battle line and keep on firing. And so I'm going to try and stay sort of out this way for a little bit. It would be great if we could finish off the injured guy. Ooh, that's a nice hit. Alright. Did you fire yet? Nope, not yet. I know it's just a matter of time. Alright, how about now? Still hasn't. I'm getting a little bit closer than I'd like. Alright, so that guy's executing a turn. I don't trust that. I'm going to go also make a sharp turn, because I don't trust what these guys are doing. Did he fire? No, he still hasn't yet. Alright, well, let's go finish him down. I hate that I have to keep pausing to do anything. It's just the game's being so laggy, even on a fresh restart, that it's really irritating. Take that. Eat secondary guns. Alright, he can't be having a good day. Let's double back around again. Alright. So he's taken care of. Now, how's this destroyer doing? You still have plenty of torpedoes. Let's see if we can hit you. Destroyers are hard to hit. They are much smaller. And we got a little bit of hits. Oh, there's something. There's something. Honestly, the easiest way to hit destroyers is to shoot something big and have the destroyer too close accidentally, and one of the missing shot. All right, so he just fired. Either that or we blew up his torpedoes, but I'm not going to take the chance. I'm going to turn anyway. So, I think he is not going to have a good day after this. There we go. Have some of that. That's right. Eat your vegetables, little destroyer. There we go. Good job. And that cruiser's not having a happy day either. Alright, so we're just going to hang out and finish him off. And I think we're in pretty good shape from torpedoes now. And then we'll start omnomming transports. Send a text real quick while I'm thinking about it. Oh, I wasn't paying attention. I screwed up. That was dumb of me. What? Do these transports have torpedoes? Oh, I screwed up. That was dumb. That was dumb. This is why you shouldn't text and drive, guys. I screwed up. Alright, so let's detach you. Hopefully this guy's okay. Otherwise, that's going to be a billion-dollar decision. Let's have you turn away here. Let me pause it while I... Alright. That was me being dumb. Alright, well... Yeah, one of these light cruisers got me. Here as being all fancy and manually dodging torpedoes like a champ, and then I fucked up. Yeah. Oh well. How's this guy doing? He's gonna get... I think he'll get away. Yeah. That's gonna miss. There we go. Oh, now you guys are gonna have to manually dodge. Are you gonna miss? Yeah. Well, let's turn that back off and let's go reform our battle line. Oh, looks like he caught one. That's okay. Let's go detach you. I'm actually surprised I was doing as well as I was doing with... let's have you go this way. Alright, well, this is why you have torpedo protection. Now, how are these cruisers doing? He still has plenty of torpedoes left, and... let's go pop another turn, just in case. Yeah, my destroyers have torpedo protection, or multiple. I think they have triple hull rather, and all the extra bulkheads, and the auxiliary 3 for anti-flooding. And I mean, hell, these destroyers cost an arm and a leg. But no, these are pretty good destroyers. Where are the... I caught him right in the engine, too. So, I would have thought that would have been worse. But I guess not. The biggest problem is that dodging all these torpedoes really slows down the game, because what would normally be just a 5-minute brawl battle is now turning into a half hour of just kind of dicking around. It also doesn't help that the game keeps lagging every time I hover over the thing. I mean, something went weird during the last patch. Alright, so I want you guys to fuck this guy specifically. Now, it's just a matter of time before he launches those torpedoes at me. But maybe I can take him out before that. Yeah, he's not having a good day. Yeah, he's having a really bad day. Will he sink first or burn first? I think he's gonna sink first. Alright, there we go. So now we get to hunt transports. Yeah, what always freaks me out is when the transports have torpedoes, and that always, first time I saw that, that caught me by surprise. A bunch of German transports torpedoed the shit out of me, and I was not expecting it. But that's okay, we'll get these guys. None of my ships sunk. I lost 10, 8 crew guys there. I lost a few guys. And maybe I can save some of them. We'll see. Yeah, I didn't know that either. And then it was like 1 or 2 streams ago, some German transports like, surprise, we have torpedoes. Like, oh dear God. I lost 51 guys. That's not bad. I think they have to be really high-level transports. It sucked. I was not happy about it at all. Well, that wasn't too bad. Really didn't want to take that big old torpedo hit, but that's okay. That's what repairs are for. I'm pretty confident that I can beat this. You know, we're in a good position. I think I can do it without getting my economy wrecked by the enemy. It's going to be kind of an uphill grind. Now we sank another pile of ships. Are they? Alright, so... more convoys. This'll be easier, because I only have 2 ships to dodge around with. So I will be right back while it's loading. Alright, I'm back. Let's see. Yeah, I guess when people watch these on the replay, they'll be able to just skip right ahead past the loading screens. Let's turn the torpedoes off. Yep. And tight. Alright, so... this won't be so... hopefully this won't be so bad. I think probably the ideal group for hunting these things down is like 2 light cruisers. So I have a lot of guns, and I can just dodge the torpedoes a lot. Alright, so let's... these guys don't have torpedoes. These destroyers have already fired. That's lovely. And... have you already fired? You've already fired some of them. Alright, so let's go ahead and turn. There we go. Oh, crap. I better have you manually... oh, you're gonna crash into it, aren't you? Alright, so we're going to... yeah, so he's trying to turn right the hell into it, which is no bueno. There we go. So let's just make sure that they don't screw that one up, because I don't trust you. Yeah, you got to be careful with the destroyers. They're kind of retards sometimes. Yeah, so that's what we had to do back in in the early games before they had the automatic AI dodging, because we just had to manually dodge things. Gonna fire immediately? He fired immediately. Oh, shit. Oh my goodness. How am I going to get out of this one? This is really bad. So you're going to be fine. I think this destroyer is going to take a... There we go. And then... we're just going to manually dodge these, because I don't trust the AI dodge right now. Alright. There we go. Just do that old school like. Which you can do this with a couple of ships, but if you're trying to do it on a giant fleet, then it's problematic. So we're going to give him a few minutes to reload all of his torpedoes, because it's easier when they fire them all at me at once. I guess it's going to suck to be these transports for a little bit. Alright, here come your destroyers. Alright, so he has... he's got some left, and you are empty. So I'm going to take a gamble and turn, just on the off chance. Yep, they already fired. Good job, me. And we're going to go this way for a little bit. And then we're going to turn around. Hey, there we go. So how many do you have left? You now have... you are empty. And Balk is also empty. Alright, so now it is Murder the Destroyer time. This is the best time. We've gone from the fucking around stage to the finding out stage. But I don't want to get too close to these transports. They've got a lot of guns that are very angry, but not well aimed. But with sufficient volume, it can cause problems. Ouch. Yeah, go burn this guy down. There we go. Have some flooding. Yes, more flooding. Good job. Good job. Go get some. Get some more. Yep, they had a sale on ammunition, and I am passing along the savings to you. And please focus this guy down, and we should be in good shape. Yeah, once they're out of... I don't want to get too close, but there's sort of a sweet spot where I've got pretty good accuracy and they don't. So, you know, about 5 to 10,000 meters. Is usually pretty good for me. Because I try to build these ships to engage at 5 to 10,000 meters. That's why I've got the 3.9s, because in close combat, in a close-up brawl, they're just vicious. Alright, there we go. That wasn't so bad. I'm kind of hungry still. I made a steak earlier before stream. I'd actually made it when I thought I was going to finish work. I made the steak around 9:30. Didn't get to eat it till 11:30. It's kind of annoying. And steak with bacon, ribeye steak with bacon. Wonderful. But I'm kind of hungry still. So maybe I'll make some soup or something. Or I can make another steak. We'll see. And then here in a little while I gotta go take care of my dog. I was a little bit late this morning on his medicine, feeding him and giving his medicine, so I'll be a little bit late tonight also, till I get him back on schedule slowly. Yeah, steak with bacon is awesome. You should come hang with us in Oklahoma. We barbecue all the time. Where are you at, Jimmy? Or Jiminy? Alright, so... another exciting convoy. I could probably take these. New Jersey, that's right. You told me the other day and I couldn't remember. Now, I don't know how much I want a piece of this fight. Because they may do better than Mitzi here. So you guys, you've got 2 5-inch guns and 4 triple 1.4s, which... and 28 knots, so he's kind of slow. And he's faster. He's got 3 double 4s and 4 double 2s, so... these guys are regulars. What are my guys? My guys are these all veterans? I mean, he's bigger than me. Alright, we're gonna try it. This dude has a very impressive beard. I know I say that every time I see his picture, but that is a very impressive beard. Oklahoma has great steak. And also Texas. Actually, what I've been doing is my grocery store, they have this grass-fed beef from Mexico. It costs less because it doesn't have all the regulations that the Americans have, but it's a little bit leaner and I like it better. And it's cheaper. If you call $13 a pound cheap, but still. Alright, so... now this is going to be enough of a problem that I'll probably have to rely on automatic torpedo dodginess. And I don't know if I can take these guys out. It's going to be kind of a challenge. I probably have more guns than they have. Alright, so let's see what we got here. We got the destroyers. These transports just have normal guns. So we're going to kind of dick around, bait them into firing their torpedoes. Kind of same plan. The problem is they've got like 15 to 20 kilometers on their torpedoes, and I've got 12 kilometers on my guns. So this is kind of a pain. What I could try to do is I could try to put the transports between me and them and maybe get some free transport shots. And I'm not sure why you're not firing. Let's go turn. I don't know why the gun's not firing. Oh, now it's firing a little bit. All right. Here goes a torpedo. Let's go turn around. Is he already reloading? Let's see if I can get him again. So he's still reloading. Now, unfortunately, oh, there we go. He is going to fire soon. He just fired. And this guy made the mistake of getting isolated, so hopefully I can take him out before we have any other trouble. There we go. So we got him. So that's good. One down. I mean, they have cattle in upstate New York, but I think it's all mostly dairy cattle. Now, we eat a lot of steak out here. Alright, so now we gotta... I bet these guys are gonna launch on me already. No, not yet. Alright, so... I wish it wasn't lagging so much. So this guy's basically out, the Orlek. He's got his little side torpedoes left, that's it. The Murray is out. And the Bernadou still has torpedoes. So, the Bernadou is the one we want to shoot because you got the most torpedoes. We're going to make a sharp turn. Oh, there come obvious fuck me. right in the middle. Alright, can we snake through this? This is going to be a little bit of a challenge. Oh, we did it. Alright. Let's go double check this guy, make sure he hasn't fired on us. Alright, he's targeting me. So let's go hit him. We got some hits on his ammo. That's good. That's going to hurt him. Let's double check you guys. Did you fire anything? Oh, yeah, they're both... that's right. They'd already fired their side torpedoes. He hasn't. Surely they've fired something by now. Let's go kick around anyway, just to be safe. Alright. Where in Texas were you? I used to do a lot of work down in Addison, Texas, and there were some great steakhouses there. Well, they were kind of pricey. But when the client's paying, it's worth it. Well, let's go stalk our way back in. Yeah, Dallas has a lot of... Oh, did the lady co-workers not like steak? I don't trust this smoke. Alright, there we go. Let's see what we got here.
Hello there. How goes the shipping
Mets.
today?
We are sinking ships and dodging American torpedoes, which have a longer range than the French torpedoes, and is very annoying. Alright, so let's keep shooting you. All the ethnic stuff. They wasted... Oh, yeah, well... I don't know. I don't date girls who don't eat steak, so... Let's see if we can get some hits on you. He hasn't launched yet. I can't believe it's just so laggy right now. Did we destroy your torpedo? Oh, I took a hit. Took a penetrating hit. That was annoying. Yeah, we destroyed his torpedo. So... Yeah, I saw that you'd sent me that that Battlefleet Gothic game. I haven't had a chance to check it out yet. I've been stuck working, but I appreciate it.
Oh, no worries, man. Just, yeah. Don't feel obligated to play it or anything, but just, yeah.
Well, I'll check it out. Well, if you ever come back out this way, hit me up and I will I will show you where to get good steaks. Actually, to be honest, my friend from Tulsa makes probably the best steaks I've ever had. He is an artiste, and so he always barbecues for me when he's staying at my place when he's working in this part of the state. And so I've got like 3 barbecue grills under my porch in the backyard. I've got like what's that? I guess it's 1 barbecue grill and 2 smokers, but yeah, the lag on this is just getting really irritating, and it didn't used to lag like this. This is definitely some sort of recent thing. I think when they tried to fix some of the problems, they created others. Alright, let's go do a quick torpedo inspection break. He's out. And he still has torpedoes, so we are actually going to try and fire at you if we can. And see if we can wreck your stuff. See if we can get a torpedo detonation or something. Nope, we still haven't detonated those torpedoes yet. They're kind of in protected spots, those 2 side ones remaining, but they're also kind of have crappy firing arcs, I think. There's this one place in Addison, which is kind of North Dallas. I don't remember what it was called, but you basically sit down at the table and people are just constantly coming by with various assorted meats, you know, and you just sort of pick which one, just as they're walking by. Would you like some of this? Would you like some of that? And you just grab what, you know, you just take whatever you want, and it's sort of an all-you-can-eat meat, and that's a very Texan thing, I think.
We actually have a couple places like that here. It's Brazilian. It's like Brazilian steakhouses.
Yeah, it was
But
like
they
yeah, I think it was a Brazilian something.
those are fun.
Are you gonna sink before you fire? Maybe, please. Please hurry up and sink. I really don't want to dodge torpedoes. Alright, I think we're good. And then this guy didn't have any torpedoes left, so we'll just go and brawl him down. Alright. Alright, that's annoying, but we got it. Alright. More ships down. Yeah, I'm kind of beginning a massive blockade of the American ports with my blockade ships. Start clearing away the minefields and Rodizio. Yeah, I think that's what it was. There's a Rodizio place in Addison. I mean, it was pretty fucking expensive. It was like, you know, $100 a person or something. You know, it was not a cheap place. But I had a client take me there after I'd earned him an awful lot of money as kind of a bonus. Actually, probably half the reason I got fat is because Michael kept taking me to these awesome steakhouses. You know, and you've got your your standard steakhouse out here, like your Texas Roadhouse and your BJ's and your Outback and stuff like that. Yeah, I bet you do. Last time I was in Newark, I was towing a large trailer, and Google Maps sent me the wrong way down a one-way street, and uh, it was not a good experience. Not because of Newark, but because of the Google Maps. I ended up having to get the police to come help me get everything kind of cleared, because I ended up getting blocked in by an illegally parked car. And when we were trying to turn to get the trailer out, the trailer ended up tearing tearing a big old gash through a couple of the tires and just right through part of the illegally parked car. And apparently the person who had illegally parked the car, it wasn't even their car. And police showed up and were like, "Well, sucks to be that guy." So.
Ooh.
All right, so this is gonna be tricky. I'm not sure if I can take this battleship or not. I don't know, because that battleship's gonna suck. But maybe I can burn him down. I don't know. I've got an awful lot of DACA, but that is a fucking battleship. So I don't know. I probably ought to just run my ass away. And it's a storm, so we're going to run away. Because I don't... Well... Oh, damn. If it was just the battleship, I'd jump him. But that cruiser is going to be torpedoes. And torpedoes, I can't see them in a storm. And I'm just going to eat a torpedo, I think. That's my gut feeling. I think I ought to bail. So... Oh, wait, we are already danger close. Look at that. Crap, he sees me already. Oh, there's the battleship. He is... How far away is he? He is 24 kilometers away. So I would have to close 12 kilometers just to be able to take a shot at him. And he's already shooting at me, which I don't particularly like. So hopefully we can get away. I think we just need to run. Yeah, they had some sort of like street party thing that had blocked off streets, and Google was trying to reroute me, and it was a mess. Alright, so while we're retreating, I'm gonna go get some soup started, because I kind of want to make some soup, and I'm kind of hungry. So I'm just going to retreat for a little while, and I'll be back in a minute. Oh, there we go, ended the battle. Good deal. Alright, I'll be right back. I'm going to go make some soup real quick and get that started. Alright, I will have some soup in about 15 minutes, which will be great for me. Not as good for you guys. Yeah, I like doing those like beef bouillon cubes, and you toss in a cup and put some other stuff in there, and you can just kind of make quick and duty soup. All right, so let's go kill whatever this is. Hopefully the weather's nice. Yeah, I mean, I'm really not going to be doing a lot of direct engagements against their battleships. Mostly I just want to go kill their transports and wreck their army logistics and their economy. Because if I can knock down their army logistics, then I can invade an easy port or someplace like Maine or something, and then let the army just kind of progress through mainland United States. So Jiminy, what do you do for work? Anything interesting?
Sorry, what was that you were saying?
Oh, Jiminy, the guy in chat. Are you in chat also? Or you just hanging out on Discord?
I'm watching chat too.
Oh, okay.
But only kinda.
Yeah, he was telling me that he'd gone to Texas for work, so I'm curious what kind of work he does that bring him to Texas. Would you please expand the... There we go. Now, you know, I'm just not going to worry about it. We're just going to... We're just going to do what we have to do, and these guys have the underwater torpedoes. There shouldn't be that many of them if they're trying to run away from me. That is a lot of numbers. Look at all those numbers. Numbers, numbers, numbers!
That makes the world go round.
Yeah. Alright, let's see what did he do here? So that's United States. He's getting beat up. This guy is Mexico. Alright, I guess they're allies. And alright, so let's Montgomery, no. The O'Kane, that's the one that I want to try and shoot at. That's the newest one. But I don't want to get... I'm very suspicious of the suspicious smoke. Alright, you... Which ship are you? You're the Montgomery. Well, I guess we're gonna just shoot you up. You may have fired a torpedo, but I don't see it. So, what are you working on, Mets?
Just doing some, well, watching your stream, watching somebody else's stream, and doing some jigsaws. How about you? Oh, I mean, obviously you're playing.
Yeah. Okay, fast signs. I've heard of them. Yeah, that is a pretty good franchise. Yeah, what are you doing, Bob? I don't know. What are you watching me do?
Sorry. It's one of those weird social things where it's like an automatic, response. Not really thinking about it. Social cues. But I have been playing more of that Bot and Kaitos game today.
The what?
That's been that Bots and Kaitos,
Oh,
the
okay.
GameCube JRPG.
Yeah.
It's pretty fun. Pretty fun.
Yeah, I do mostly computer store stuff right now, Jiminy. I used to do more consulting work, but that kind of took a little back seat during COVID. And let's go angle away from you. There's the torpedo I was expecting. Let's go circle around. And so mostly I've just been, while we've had our greatest economy ever, I've been mostly just focusing on my retail computer store and kind of expanding that and working on that because when the economy sucks, people still need their computers fixed. And it's not so bad. It gives me free time to go play games and hang out. I've got a project that I took home with me tonight that I'll work on while I'm gaming, make a little bit of extra money. So I've just been taking it easy. I really like doing the engineering consulting and project consulting stuff, but it's a lot of work and a lot of traveling. And what on earth are you doing, dog? Hold on one moment. My dog's being weird. Give me a minute. Lucas, what are you getting into? What are you doing, dog? You okay? Making weird noises? Okay. I'm back. Yeah, Lucas Monster's getting pretty old, and his vision kind of sucks now, and he sometimes bumps into stuff that he doesn't mean to bump into. Then again, he's always been kind of a clumsy dog. So he's just bumping into things that he doesn't mean to be bumping into. I'm a little tired. It was a long day. I'm kind of leftover tired from yesterday because I was gaming for too long yesterday. Alright, yeah, they're Japanese. Let's go kick their ass. And it's a freaking storm. Of course it is. Of course it's a storm. I wonder if the month also influences whether or not there's a storm. Yeah, that sucks. The biggest problem with dogs, they don't live long enough. That's really unfortunate. So you go 33 knots. What are your Korean? Alright, fine. You can tag along. This is probably going to be a terrible thing, but... we'll just tell you to dodge, and I don't really care if you get hit by torpedoes or not, because you're not one of my ships. What are you armed with anyway? You are armed with a 5-inch gun, and I wonder who made you. 15 million. That's not bad. Yeah, Lucas has started getting sick. His pancreas was failing. He ended up becoming effectively diabetic. He doesn't produce enough insulin. And so I have to do a lot to take care of him. But he's a good dog. He's worth it. Alright, so we got 2 destroyers. And let's go click on... Come on now, there we go. These guys are very fast destroyers. I'll never catch them if they want to escape. And their torpedoes have a 7.5 kilometer range. So... now the problem is that I really prefer to fire on the destroyers, and my food just dinged, so after this battle I'll go hopefully grab my food.
Gotta enjoy the soup while you can.
Yeah, alright, go shoot him, please. Let's go turn into you, actually, if I can. Trying to use these transports for cover, because I don't think you can fire a torpedo at me easily while I'm hiding behind your transports. Go. So I'll just keep dancing with this guy. Ooh, we got some accidental hits. How many torpedoes do you have left? You have a lot. Go have some nice flooding hits. So he's not going anywhere. And then the other guy, he's doing pretty good. There we go. All right, so he sunk. Make sure you shoot at the correct dude. Turn off torpedo dodge so you stay in tighter formation. I got a 10% chance to hit. Alright, just keep on at him. Daka, daka, daka. Still hasn't fired his torpedoes yet.
Speaking of Daka Daka Daka, have you seen the new Space Marine 2?
I saw a little bit of where they're fighting Tyranids and stuff. I was actually thinking about playing Space Marine the other day when I noticed that they had Space Marine 2. I suppose I could always stream it or something, but I don't Don't think I have any particularly good competitive advantage with, it's a first-person shooter game, and I'm typically not great with those. I tend to do better with strategy games.
Gotcha.
There we go. There's some hits. Ooh, there's some more hits. There's some good hits. Good job. Lots of good hits. Alright. What did we do? We knock out your torpedoes? Nope. But we got some flooding, which means you're not going to go very fast anymore. Let's go in for another strafing run. And there's this torpedo. How's he doing? He is getting pretty lit up. Alright, well, that worked pretty well. Alright, be right back. I'm gonna get my soup.
Alrighty.
I am back, and I have soup. I'm very happy now. It occurred to me, if I have to fight 100 battles with the US just to slowly grind down their fleet, it might make for some really boring streams. I may do some battles just individually here and there during the day while I'm taking phone calls and stuff. Oh, you guys. You don't need to be there anymore. Where do I want to put you? You're kind of beat up. I could send you to the West Coast where you're probably needed. Or I could send you to... What do I have in the East Coast here? I mean, a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff here. There's not so much stuff on the West Coast. I probably ought to send you to the East Coast. Oh, he's got lots of these guys coming around. Alright, so what we're going to do is I'll go ahead and take you guys. I probably don't need you to fight the Japanese. I'm going to move you guys to Singapore to repair. And then I will put you... Actually, better yet, I'm going to move you to... I'll move you to Hawaii. I'm sure it'll be captured by the time you get there. But... there we go. Alright, so what do we have on the politics side? We've got the next naval invasion going. And what's my finances looking like? How are my 149? So I'm holding my own. And I'm still falling below. Gotta pause 2 more ships. I'm having a hard time with all these repairs I'm doing. Hard time building these battleships that I need, or the battle cruisers.
Gotta find that proper balance between repairing and building new.
Yeah,
right?
well, I can pause. I can pause some of these. There we go, just to get some of them out the door faster. And then resume construction on them once the other guys, once my repairs are caught up. I just don't have the shipyard space to build as much as I need. All right, so that's going to be 100%. And I think that probably will do this guy next. So I'm going to start moving you boys down here. I know there's probably some other small islands, but I'll work on those. Alrighty. Let's see what other trouble I can get into. Unfortunately, a lot of these are just going to be just slow, grinding battles, just wearing down hordes of torpedo-launching destroyers. I would almost be tempted to just send individual light cruisers after them.
Like a single cruiser after a whole fleet?
A single cruiser, a single light cruiser after a whole mess of destroyers. Wow, look at all of these, because I'll be able to dodge the torpedoes more easily. I don't want to fight a pile of battleships with my destroyers. We're not going to do that. I guess we're not. We're going to run away instead. Well, I guess we're going to be manually running away. What's nice about these my little destroyers, I can just harass their convoys and their ships, and then run away from the battles I don't want to deal with. And I'm fast enough, I should be able to do it. So we'll see. We'll see if that holds true. Well, I really need to park these guys into enemy ports and just be a nuisance. Alright, so let's go run these guys away, because I definitely do not want to fight this. I mean, I could probably do a lot of damage with 43 destroyers, but this is not what I had in mind for you guys. Pop all of our smokes. So you can't see me very well. There we go. Asses and elbows, boys. Asses and elbows. That's all they're going to see of you. I guess propellers and rudders, but yeah. And then we'll just... Yeah, these guys aren't really designed for fighting capital ships. They're for killing enemy destroyers in a gunfight. Obviously transports, but anything can sink a transport, and they can clear mines. And they can deal with submarines. That is their job. And then if I am attacked by capital ships, I'll just run away and waste their time. Now, if it's an unescorted capital ship, then I could swarm it. You know, I could just swarm the capital ship. But on the legendary difficulty, my goal is to survive economically. And so that means I have to primarily focus on killing enemy destroyers and light cruisers, because a destroyer can kill transports just as easily as a battleship can, and they'll kill about the same number of transports. And what loses you the game on legendary difficulty is economics. I think this is why Stealth had so much trouble in the Spanish campaign, because he just ended up in too big of a war and the economics got him. But even if you are stuck in a protracted war, it's the enemy destroyers that are taking out your transports, and they're light cruisers, so you got to be able to hunt those down and kill them. Okay. How fast are you? You are 28. We are going to... I really don't want to auto-resolve this because I'll eat a torpedo. I just know it. So we are going to hunt you down manually. Let me know if it's boring watching me just kill enemy destroyers over and over again. It feels very, very mechanical at this point. But most of winning a war is just the day-to-day grind, I think.
It is true. Economics and logistics are pretty key, more so than well, logistics are pretty much everything.
All right, so what I'm going to do is let's try something. I'm going to have you destroyers screen the battleship. I don't even know what kind of... The battleships are going to retreat. And my light cruiser is going to hunt down that destroyer. Because it's only one destroyer, and this is the fastest ship, and this will just be easy. I could probably have the Wasps follow, but then I have to worry about torpedoes. So, Jiminy, what do you... I mean, so during the daytime when I have free moments, I just play through some battles and skip ahead, or do people like watching the redundant grind? Austria is a tough country to play just because it's small and doesn't have a lot of ports, but I think it's easy to defend your ports as well. How fast do you go? You go 28, so I will catch you. 23-kilometer torpedoes, what the hell? Okay, let's go point this way. I'm kind of tempted to just like throw on a movie and like watch movies while killing American destroyers, since it's going to take so long.
What movies you been watching lately?
I haven't.
Ah.
I could watch the documentary series Victory at Sea. That would be appropriate. Oh.
There you go.
Let's go turn. I'll go straight in on you now. Why did you overturn? Oh, I'm gonna get fucking hit by this thing, aren't I? Alright. I didn't. Let's see what he does with this. I think he just launched again. Let's go turn. On the bright side, when it's just my one ship and his one destroyer, I can dodge his stuff pretty effectively. Be nicer if I can get a hit. Got something. turn again. Alright. We'll just kind of zigzag around a little bit until... It said torpedo detonation, but I don't know if he launched or if it actually blew up, so we're going to play it kind of safe. There we go. This should wreck you pretty quick.
Do you ever get to a point in this game where you have carriers?
No, they specifically don't have carriers in this game. Which, on one hand is, carriers would be fun. On the other hand, carriers completely change the dynamic of a game.
Oh yeah. I mean, they changed warfare when they came. So
yeah.
It makes sense that the gameplay would be...
Yeah, so this game really wanted to just focus on...
battleship versus battleship.
Yeah, on just ships of the line, from Ironclad, essentially from Ironclad to World War II, because the game used to end in, I think, 1950. Get you up through, 1940 technology, and then call it a day before carriers became prominent. So the secret with, start on an easier difficulty. But it's... I think try it on normal. You'll learn a lot on normal. The real kicker is you've got to protect your economy, build up your economy, protect your transports, and don't expand too quickly. But when you expand, you've got to really hit the shit out of them. And don't make alliances, because you want to stay as neutral as possible, stay friendly with everybody. Yeah, there's a let me find it. Stealth posted a video about it. It's in my favorites. If you look on my favorite playlist, it's got I favorited Stealth's video on it, and he's got a link to the mod. So I'll check that out at some point. But I think the big key is only fight one nation at a time if you can. Build up your army logistics. And now, if I were doing this over again, I would have tried to knock out England and France first, because they're the most difficult if you let them get out of hand. The United States gets really difficult if you leave them alone for a while, but they're also isolated, so I kind of knew they'd be a pain in the ass at the end. Originally, I was allied with them, and I was just going to conquer Europe and Africa, but then it went better than I thought, so I was like, what the hell. Mostly because New Jersey was like, do it! Do it!
Gotta meet the expectations of your watchers, of your viewers, right?
I mean, I guess. I mean, then again, I'm not... So Stealth has to do that because that's his job, right? Like, that's literally his full-time job. He makes a living doing YouTube. I'm not monetized. I make a living, you know, solving problems for people and fixing computers and selling computers and building cool materials or whatever. Yeah, I do other things to earn a living, so this is just for fun. It's a... This is going to be a pain in my ass. We'll have automatic...
Right, but even when it's for free, the peer pressure is still there.
Yeah. Well, you know, it's a challenge. I don't mind doing it. And I'm only, you know, I had offered before. I was like, hey, guys, you know, let me know. Do you want me to do a map clear or do start with Spain? And JP had said that he hadn't ever seen a map clear before, so I thought I'd do it. So, yeah, so I always try to be nice to the Russians early on because their economy is going to grow really slowly and they're pretty powerful as far as land invasions. But so I try to be nice to my neighbors and I just kind of pick and choose. Like with this one, I took out Italy first, then I went after France, and then I went after England. Or no, I did Italy first, then I went after England. Yeah, the later in the game you get, the harder it is to maintain your 200% transport capacity, because the rate at which you can build transport seems to go down. Or more specifically, I think you can build so many transports per turn, but as your economy becomes bigger, the percentage difference it makes gets smaller and smaller. Yeah, I mean, you know, kick their ass and then... You just don't want to get too spread out, because defending your transports is the hardest part of the game, especially later on. But as Austria, your biggest problem is probably going to be Germany and France. And Germany's pretty easily contained because you can blockade them in. And so what I did was I went after kind of controlling the Mediterranean first. So I took Gibraltar, and then I put fleets to blockade off the Black Sea and block off Egypt and the Red Sea. And then I started working on Europe. I started working on Africa. But when I went for Africa quickly. I made sure I had a really big fleet, and I just went for it, you know, with several invasions. And then I didn't dick around in the Caribbean until the end. You know, same with Asia. You know, the only time I really started expanding when it was time to just take out England. And then I just started gobbling them up. And I turned the British Empire into the Caribbean Empire. Or the Empire of Eastern Canada. Naval invasions. You need to have at least 100,000 tons of ships, and then you have a naval... Here, watch, I'll show you here in just a minute. Because I'm going to go invade something here momentarily. I lost a bunch of transports. So I'm invading Guatemala, so that's good. So we'll go check on that here in just a moment.
Gotta secure your fruit empire.
And then you know, major offensives. You know, any of your controlled territories can launch an offensive against another major, you know, against another place. So like with Guatemala here, I've got not enough ships in there, but I'll send more ships in a minute. Do I have more ships to send? So Panama, that'll be in a little while. So I need more ships. So let's go send... Let's go send these light cruisers. And I'm just going to send a bunch of ships to form a second invasion fleet. And then these guys... 2 turns, that's going to be... What other ships do I have in the area? I've got you guys. So you 13 destroyers. We're going to send you boys up here. And then what other ships do I have? I've got... We're just going to dogpile a bunch of ships in here. Which I really need these guys for defense, but there aren't really a lot of ships that I'm dealing with right now. Do I have any more guys? No. Two turns. Maybe they'll get there in time. Maybe they won't. And then these guys, he's going to be taken over in 2 turns. I have way more tonnage than I need. All right. So what I'm going to do is, well, here, let me show you. So I'm going to launch an invasion. I think it's the Japanese term to get invaded. So we're going to launch an invasion on El Salvador. So because I have 100,000 tons of ships in the area, go to naval invasion down here. So if you look at El Salvador, it's in the western South America sea zone, and western South America, I've got 150,000 tons. So I've got more than enough tonnage. So under the politics, naval invasion, click choose province and El Salvador. Yes. And then next turn, I will launch a naval invasion. Where's Tripoli at? That's in the Mediterranean.
Libya, isn't it?
Yeah, there it is, right there. Yeah, so what you would do is you'd put... so you'd park at least 100,000 tons of ships in central Mediterranean, go to politics, click naval invasion under Russia, and then get it. Do I have any more North Africa ships to send? So you are at 100%, just barely. Panama's the most important thing. And then also, because I have this naval invasion here, when I do the naval invasion there, it's going to be probably circled around the port, and it'll be an overlap area. So if I park my ships in between, in both overlap naval invasion areas, it'll count towards both naval invasions at the same time. And I need to respond to that message. Hold on one moment. Alright, so now what I could do is I could try and send this bigger fleet, but grabbing El Salvador is not as important as grabbing Hawaii. So we will do that. Will clean up some convoy stuff. And do I have a bunch of ships? And I do. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start taking some of these ships here, and I'm just gonna start sprinkling them like candy over the coasts. Set you to invade. And we're gonna move, put 3 you guys in New York Harbor. Boop, boop, boop. So I'm just gonna take all these annoying little destroyers. Go here to Portland. Oh, they're all in battle, damn it. Let's see here. Let's see what this message is. Alright, I had to respond to that. So on the okay, so invade is different from a naval invasion. So what I'm doing with the invade is if you're close to port and you have the invade status going, then that gives you a higher likelihood of attacking transports in that area. And I want them to dick over transports. And what I may do is I may start spreading them around and put like 1 destroyer outside of each of the ports just to go start harassing transports. So here we will start blasting these guys. So the naval invasion, you need at least 100,000 tons. And then when you select the naval invasion, it'll tell you how many you need for a minimum chance of victory. And typically you're going to want at least 4 to 8 times as many tons of ships as they say is the minimum, just to increase your odds. So more is better. So if they say that you need 100,000 tons to invade, then you may want to bring 400,000 tons. Or if you only need, but 100,000 is the minimum that you need to get it started. But once you get it started, you may not need to have all that 100,000 tons in the invasion zone. So I'll show you here next turn. Why are you going so slow? What's this Hydra? That's me. Why are we... Alright, so let's... Alright, so you are fast, and you're... you are a captured cruiser. You are not... No, you're fine. I don't know why, Sorry, I'm getting a lot of messages. Okay. Yeah, so invasion is for convoy hunts, and it's also for invading the port and doing port damage. So when you do port damage, it makes it easier to launch a naval invasion and reduces the port capacity, is my understanding, but I'm not super certain on that. Let's go tight. Alright, here we go. Yeah, so the naval they probably should have called it blockade instead of invade. So when your ships are at sea, you have 3 settings. Your standard setting is sea control, and that's kind of a balanced setting, is my understanding. And then you have your protect, which focuses on protecting transports, and then you have invade, which focuses on killing the enemy transports. And if you mouse over each setting, it'll tell you what it is. Yeah, I only learned that just the other day. I didn't know about that previously. So I did the Japanese campaign on Legendary without even knowing all the mechanics. Alright, let's go turn. Yep, there's the torpedo I was worried about. So we're just going to kind of dance around. But as far as your Tripoli goes, the big thing is just going to be have at least 100,000 tons of ships in that sea zone, and then select naval invasion under the politics tab under Russia. Ooh, there we go. Those are some hits. Those are some good hits. And that'll make a big difference for you. And then let me know how that works out. Hope these guys all dodge that torpedo in time. Otherwise I'll be annoyed. Yeah, we dodged it. Okay. But yeah, if you're playing Austria, what I would focus on is control the Mediterranean first. Because once you control North Africa and Southern Europe, you can blockade off Gibraltar and the Black Sea and Egypt. And then the Mediterranean is kind of safe for your transports. Now focus on the destroyer first. Destroyer's the pain in the ass. Let's get him first. Let's go turn. There we go. Now get the cruiser. Oh no, the cruiser's out of torpedoes. Oh no, what will we do? We're gonna close the distance and blast him.
Ramming speed.
No, we are not gonna ram him. He is bigger. That would be bad. And he still hurts really hard, but we are gonna get into kind of optimum range to just light him up with our guns.
Just gotta put a really, really big blade on the front of your ship, that's all.
Well, he's still... I mean, you can ram him and do damage. Oh yeah, yeah. I've sank battleships before that were on low health by just having my destroyers kamikaze into things.
Just wanted to do it.
Yeah. I am really worried about getting hit, but we haven't. There we go. Alright, so now we'll go leisurely kill these transports. You can always hop into Discord and screen share with us if you want. The big thing is just have a plan that's not too ambitious. Build up your resources. What year are you at right now in the game, and when did you start? I'll probably log off soon and take a break to go take care of my dog. And then I'll come back. Hey, Slav. Oh, so you're pretty far into the game then, Jimmy. If you're already in the 1950s. All right.
I should probably be calling it a night myself.
It's pretty late. All right, so
Oh, 1905, not 1950, he says.
yeah, 1905 is a good year for taking over North Africa. But yeah, once you figure out how to naval invade, then you can start grabbing territory. But I think the biggest thing is just to protect your transports. Anyway, so I'm gonna go take care of my dog, and then I will be back in a little while. And Jiminy, do you have Discord? All right. Well, if you ever get Discord, let me know, and you're welcome to hang with us.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna call it myself. Have a good one, Bob.
All right, good night, Mets. All right, well, guys, I will be back in a little while after I take care of my dog. And so I'll see you guys a little bit later. Thanks for watching. And I will catch you guys a bit later tonight. Take care.